Hey everybody, it's the Golden Sound Twice. Do you like my fleshy robe? I know I do. So I wanted to quickly talk about the Wings of War episodes from season 5 of How to Train Your Dragon, but I'm also trying to get ready for work and I have to cook lunch and all that good stuff. So I was like, well, while I'm getting ready, I can terrify everybody with my makeup putting on skills. Oh, this is a little too dark. Don't want that color. I mean, yes, I do want that color, but my boss doesn't want that color. Also, fun fact. So you know, little life hack. So you know how we have makeup wipes and they're always so big? And if you were like me, and you're like, I am too poor to waste that entire sheet, just cut it in half. And if it's really big, cut it into multiple squares. And that way, you've saved money. You make it last longer. Because I used to have a roommate who's gorgeous, and I love her, and I miss her, but she would like to save money would like take out one big old sheet of makeup sheets, and then would like use like a little bit of it and then put it back, and I was always like, bacteria will grow that way. So then I started cutting them, and it was much more manageable. But anywho, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about season 5 of How to Train Your Dragon, which I need to hurry up with talking about it because season 6 is coming up very soon, and I am very excited about it. But anywho, back to my thoughts on these two-parter episodes. I love them because, you know, they lose the edge, and that's very hard for all of them because it's become their home away from home. They feel very defeated by Krogan's armies, and they don't know who Krogan is either, and, you know, little do they know yet that Krogan and Vigo are working together, but we as the audience are like, oh my gosh, Vigo's back and working with Krogan, which I love the fact that we're finally starting to get hints to the second movie. So Krogan clearly works for the antagonist of the second movie, which my brain is forgetting names at the moment because I am makeuping at this particular instance. But back to the episodes. First of all, let me just say, I loved these episodes, specifically part 2, so like the second arc of the episode, because we got a lot of Hiccup and Toothless interaction, and I don't think I realized just how much I had missed these two kind of just being by themselves and being bros and hanging out until Hiccup and Toothless go to Singe-Tail Island, and like they're being sassy with each other, and then Hiccup almost dies, and then Toothless is like, bro, I told you so, and Hiccup's like, yes, I know, I'm an idiot, and Hiccup's like, and Toothless is like, yeah, I know, bro, why? And like, even Hiccup's like, why don't I ever listen to my dragon? And we're all sitting there going, yeah, why don't you? And it's like, I love the interactions that Hiccup has with all the other characters, but I don't think I realized how much I missed just seeing Hiccup and Toothless just hanging out, because that's the whole premise of the first movie, was that these two unlikely, you know, not only these two like completely different species of living creatures, but then also these just two very unlikely individuals becoming so close and becoming best friends. And then again, I have loved the TV series and like seeing Hiccup interact with other dragons and other characters, but I've really missed that dynamic of those two just kind of going off and being just being like their silly selves. And so it was nice to kind of get that again for like the all of 5 seconds that we had it, but it was nice. Other things that I liked, first of all, the twins are hilarious in like the fact that they're now speaking or at least that they're speaking Spanish, and it's just like, I'm just like, what you doing there? In that, I would not even be remotely surprised if the twins snuck off to other countries, just for the fun of it. Like, he's speaking Spanish. The twins have probably been to Spain. They've probably been to France. In any other countries that they've referenced or talked about, they've been there. I'm not even, like, I'm just saying it now. They have been there. It is like it has been taken over by the twins. You can think about it. They've been there. So there's that. The interactions with Frog kill me. It's just like when he's like, "Oh yes, my life debt is owed to you," and everybody's just like, "No, she was gonna leave you for dead." And it's just, they're hinting at a threesome there, and I don't know how to feel about that. At the end of that second episode, I'm just like, ooh, we have now gone onto, we have gone on to uncharted territory that I am not comfortable with. And it's not that I don't like Rough Nut. I do like Rough Nut, but I just like when Frock is just like, I owe my life debt to you, and we're all just like, no, escape, run away while you still can. But all in all, good episodes. The sass, as always, is beautiful. Man, I love seeing the interactions between Vigo and Krogan because they just hate each other's guts, but like they both need each other to like fulfill the needs to their plans, and it's just so hilarious to me to watch these two grown men villains just like bickering amongst themselves and trying to stab each other in the back, and it's beautiful. Oh my gosh, what else did I greatly enjoy? Of course, besides all the sass, there's just so much beautiful sass. You know what I found that was really, really interesting was, so, you know, they have to go back to Burke because they're being stalked by the cinch-tail flyers, and I think it was a really great classic, like, how Stoic is just, he is such a warrior. It is just so programmed into him. Like, he says he doesn't want to have to kill the dragons, but he will if he have to protect the village. And even Astrid's like, yeah, absolutely. And it's just this really interesting contrast to see, like, this warrior mindset, and then there's Hiccup's mindset, which is always, let's find another solution. And at the core, this is how they've always been, where Stoic says one thing, and Hiccup's like, I see what you're doing there, but what if we tried something else? And then, I like that we got that callback to, like, their difference in personality. Also, the fact that Astrid is so similar to Stoic, and Hiccup is even like, wow, you're just like Stoic. Because he was like, wow, you sound just like, and she goes, a warrior? And he's like, no, like my father. And she's like, there's no difference there. Yeah. That's a compliment. Thank you. And so it's just really interesting. I look like I've got raccoon eyes going on here. That's lovely. But I just find that dynamic so interesting, and I like that we get to call back to that. And that Stoic is so proud of his son, but when it boils down, Stoic will do what he has to do, even if that means having to do the unpleasant stuff to protect his people. And Hiccup does not want to do that. He wants to find another way, find another way around this the problem, find another solution so that he doesn't have to do the unpleasant. And you can't blame him, but you also can't blame Stoic because he's trying to protect an entire village. Draco Bloodfist. Ha! That's the villain! That's the villain of season 2. That only took 10 minutes. But yeah, I love these episodes. I love when Astrid's like, oh yeah, Hiccup flew off, and Stoic's like, I hate when he does that. And then when Hiccup comes back, he's like, where's my father? And Gustav's like, he went to mount a counterattack. And Hiccup's like, I hate when he does that. And I'm just like, yes, this is a sass. This is those just like those one-liners, the way they're delivered. I live for stuff like that. It just, it makes me so happy. Also, Spike Lout was absolutely phenomenal. He's like, it's so interesting, just the things that the writers do to the characters, where they make them so much more than like, you're like, yes, clearly this character is this way. He's Spike Lout. He's a Jorgensen. He's only this way. And, oh my. I have makeup everywhere. So you think that this character is one way, but then he's like very kind of conducting scientific research on the Singe Tales. All in the name of revenge, of course, but like very scientific research that actually helps them figure out a way to beat the Singe Tales. So they're able to defeat the writers who are abusing the Singe Tales without killing the Singe Tales. And I just love those little tidbits. Like, if it had not been for Spike Lout, none of that would have been possible. And it just it breaks those character stereotypes where like, yes, he's a meathead. He doesn't know what he's doing. Jokes, he's on an island conducting research. Again, all in the name of revenge. Sheer petty revenge. But it works. Also, my eyes look very pretty. Although from a distance, it looks like I'm a raccoon still. So, lovely. But I thought the episodes were stellar. The writing's phenomenal, as always. I sometimes wonder if those wonderful little quips that they come up with, I'm like, were those written or were those ad-libs that the actor did? I don't know, but either way, I adore it. It makes me happy. Yes, there's nothing more terrifying than putting on eyeshadow and mascara. So again, I apologize that you've had to watch me throwing things upon my face. There is a loud siren outside. Well, I suppose that means I must go. They've discovered me and I must go into hiding now. So, I hope that you all have a lovely, lovely day. If you don't hear from me for a couple of months, I'm in hiding because they found me. But I shall be calm. I shall be calm about it. I shall finish my eyeshadow and mascara and then make breakfast. Because I have a trapdoor under the bed. And they will never see it coming. And then when the detective walks in and goes, what's with that delicious smell of omelets? Where has that scent gone? He will be stuck in the kitchen, admiring the horrific mess that I left behind, but the delicious smell of my eggs, and I will be halfway to Paris. Because that is how it's done in the movie, so why couldn't it be done in real life? And now I must find a new name. But anyway, so this was a weird review, but all in all, I really enjoyed the episodes, and I will try to hurry up and finish this series. So that when season 6 comes around, I will be ready and be like, haha, I actually did this on time. So, this is the Golden Sound Twice. Oh, I can't sign off with just one eye done. That's unprofessional. You know what's so terrible, though? I put in all this effort to my eye makeup, wearing several different colors, and hardly anybody notices because of my glasses. But I refuse contacts because I'm not going to poke around in my eyeball. Thank you very much. So, as you can see, they're pretty now. And now I must go scream in the kitchen. So, I hope you enjoyed this really odd, out of context, really long review. I found the episodes were phenomenal, fantastic. I love them. I scream at the rough knot, tough knot frock interaction, especially at the end of it. I just have this horrible feeling that there's a fanfic out there about some sort of unholy threesome between the three, and I don't want to know about it. Just don't tell me. Like, just don't. Alright, so y'all have a good one. Bye! I have to get to work.